see what they have in store, whether or not they can deal with this surprise last pick Broodmother.
It looks really scary.
Yeah,
like they don't have very good AoE to deal with it. He's already going to poke around, puts a sentry down. They're anticipating this. They might be able to zone him out. Can they catch him? Actually, he's getting slowed. Here comes the avalanche. If they can get maybe the tether, that's it.
He's done.
Dead.
7 gets first blood, and
what? Like
maybe Syndra had it backwards. They're gonna F up the Brood. That's what's happening. Wrong F word. Broodmother is gonna feed him up. That's what he meant to say. Pardon his Danish.
Man, I can't believe they got that kill. They predicted it. They saw the net go down. They're like, sentry. And then they chased. Yep. Bam. They caught him. The dive barely getting in with Bone 7. And that's going to be a fast boots for him. So good early advantage there. That's going to guarantee them the bot bounty rune. They might be able to contest top bounty rune as well. We will see a stun. They have to be a little bit careful about skewer. And there's 3 heroes here. Here comes the stun. Can they get this?
Even if they get the bounty rune, they may pay heavily for the dive.
Great
hits
dive.
Again. One right click.
He's so low. He might die. No, Tango's enough. Couple chase on FY. FY is really low now. 140. Nope, misses.
I think Phoenix could have got another auto attack off there on Super as well. He didn't actually attack, but it's very close.
It's almost more painful that he didn't kill him, because if you would have killed him, you would have TP'd back. Now he's sitting at 70 HP with pooled Tangos. He's flying them out, or slowly walking a salve out. Yeah. That's going to delay his bottle. That's going to give Fado a big advantage in the mid lane here.
They ping him out. This is almost where you go for like the Korea sniper or something, but looks like he will get his salve safely. That slows down his bottle rush. This is a great start for Cloud9. Bone 7 with first blood. Fata going to have control over this mid lane with the bottle for Super being slowed down. When you're in a 1v1 against a range through like a nuking Harassy or like a puck with a null talisman, you really want to have that fast bottle.
Ooh, they're chasing ice.
Get him with the dust. Avalanche hits him.
Stun stack though. And they're going to hit him. Is he trapped? He's pretty trapped. He's going to die a second time. Ice goes down.
Feed him up. Feed him up. Good. Ice. 0-2 to start things off here.
The lane that has very little AoE is super paying off. Tiny is completely out of mana here, so that's maybe the last time they're going to be able to kill him until we get the Wisp bottle, which very shortly it will be flying out. Unfortunately, it's still walking curve. They actually got this bottle too fast.
Has he got it back at base?
He's just spent 600 gold, or something around there.
Yep.
So.
Coming out with more sentries, more detection. Let's deal with this Brood. Let's shut him down.
That's really important if they do. If they get multiple kills, and they're already at 2, then they can delay his advantage, which means that the supports can be more independent, can get more levels. They don't have to babysit the Tiny as much. It's shaping up to be a very good versus Brood game.
Yeah. Now, something Syndra did mention is that Phoenix will struggle as a result of this, and Bone 7 is currently getting zilch out of the off lane. Yeah. So that's where you can look at this 0-2 Broodmother, but Ice still approaching level 3 while Phoenix gets no XP whatsoever.
Yeah, a little surprising too, because he got the first blood, but that's the only number on his board right now. Hasn't really gotten a whole lot, and even dive at level 1 isn't a very good nuke. It only does 10 damage per second for 4 seconds. It's a terrible nuke, but it's mostly about escaping.
Yeah, he has picked up a rune which will actually help him get some XP. He can make his way back top lane and look
they have sentries?
Yeah, they do.
And they did not spot him grabbing the rune, so there's a chance that this won't be a problem. He's going to just spot out the neutrals, sap in half of these. So FY will level a bit slower, he will level a bit faster, and most importantly...
he'll do the math and realize, something's fishy going on. I'm not getting the XP I should be getting here. It's being split 3 ways instead of 2.
That would actually be pretty next level to track all that. Oh, he puts a sentry down.
Okay.
He's checking for a ward, though, almost surely.
Yeah.
It's very common to have a lane ward here. This is one of the most common D ward spots, and both sentries are going to miss it, actually.
He went. That second sentry was looking for the kill, I believe.
You think so?
The first one spotted. I think the first sentry caught a glimpse of Phoenix Invis as he walked out of range.
Yeah, it did look like that.
So I think he went for the killing blow.
Oh, he tries to block the side camp with his dive. It did not work. So that's a little unfortunate there. If he would have blocked the camp, then Vici Gaming wouldn't have been able to do anything with this, and this lane's getting out of control. But now FY is going to pull the wave to the side, and that's going to mean even less creeps and experience for Bone 7. So they're doing a really good job controlling the lane. Good attempt by him, but slightly mistimed.
Trying to hunt Ice at bottom lane, but so far unsuccessful. He is a bit trapped here if they want to try and guess where he is with a sentry ward, but right now they're just chopping down trees with the tether. I like this play and decision. Gives Ice fewer and fewer options as far as hiding places go. And
that was a lot of dead trees, man.
Yeah.
For 40 mana.
They've cleared out a lot of this, and I think they're going to keep on going. Now they drop the sentry. Ice. Very close. I don't know if they spotted him there, but he did walk in range.
It was close.
He's going to TP out.
Yeah, he was done playing around like that. He's like, I've died twice. Maybe I should play this a little safe. So the lane is almost pushed up here for Phoenix, but he's completely out of HP now.
Misery! Okay, they go and hit the Avalanche. Misery taking the tower still. This TP in looks like the death of the line. He doesn't even hit the Impale. Easiest kill of Ice's life, and FY dealing some okay damage here coming out from the Thunderstrike, and very aggressive play. He had one idea in his mind, and his two teammates in the lane had a completely different idea there.
How's the mid lane going? Puck's got 25 and 7 versus the 16 and 1 Magnus, but the stun comes in. Skewer as well. Almost a nuke, but he silences. He's going to have to orb. Doesn't orb in time, and he ends up getting picked off. DD on Witch Doctor there. And a great gank. They're going back in, though.
That's one thing to do when you just give up an easy kill in bottom lane. You TP back in, find a kill on the mid Magnus, and suddenly Misery's actually level 4.5. So bit of a misplay bottom lane, but he makes up for it mid.
So too bad that Puck died, especially because he was winning the lane. But like you said, getting a kill is still going to help. And now Brood's going to be a little scary. He's level 5. Man, just a moment ago he was level 3. Now he's already level 5. And he's got 3 points in net. We're going to have nets all over the place. He's got a Soul Ring up. We will see a lot of spam harass for nukes on top of the Tiny. And Tiny's only 4 here, so this is definitely an advantage Ice can get. Unless he gets tossed into the air, Spirits come through, and that's it.
Big Daddy No-Tail getting another kill to his name.
Did they even have detection there? I don't think they did.
They had a dust, yeah.
Okay.
They dusted him up. No-Tail's second dust. And that will be his last for now. Has more sentries that have come out, but is out of mana, out of abilities to kind of sustain himself as well as... I guess Tiny's still full mana after the bottle regen, so we'll be looking for that 6-minute rune, I imagine.
Gank coming in mid, Misery. Here comes the Hex. Perfect timing just when the RP comes out. This is perfect for him. Hex and Earth Spike, and now a nuke, and what an easy pickoff.
Yep.
They grab a kill, and they cancel the RP.
I think he was expecting to be able to bottle up during the RP and then get a skewer, at least a skewer off, maybe even a shockwave to kill off the puck, but as you said, Misery, perfect timing with that rotation in. And that's RP on cooldown.
So he's halfway to 6 again. Man, this guy gets level 6 so fast every game. Makes a really big difference because the cooldown is so big on that Finger of Death. Every time you use it, you should be able to get a kill. So this extra experience that he's dealing with is just making a big deal. Even Fada, letting him steal in a CS. He's going to fly out another Dust, maybe rotate to the bot lane, gank the Brood again. He's really making a high impact here.
Yeah, and this Brood is starting to take over large spaces, area of this bottom lane with the added points of weapon.
Chase in. Oh, they spot a lot of other heroes.
Haven't got a Dream Call here. They'll have to be careful. Fata's already used the phase shift. Won't be able to get away from the cast, but nothing for it to bounce to.
It's a really interesting ganking method. It's the run straight up. Glimpse back, though. No-Tail in trouble, but he's going to tether away. Easily gets out. Ooh. Stun's going to miss as well, and an orb. What is this, a 4K pub game right here in the mid lane? A lot of things missing in the last 30 seconds.
Well, see Fata's Dream Call come back online fairly soon here. Ice in the jungle, but he's got a big Spiderling. I mean, that's something No-Tail Misery kind of need to be careful if they catch Ice again. The dust is there, and this is a dead Brood Mama. 4 deaths now.
Man.
On Brood.
Is Wisp the Brood counter? He just makes you so fast. You chase him down, you use the dust, which slows them farther.
Chopping trees.
The line, in addition to that, are just making a huge difference here. They just chase him down. They get that early advantage. You can tell these guys have played against a lot of Brood Mothers.
Yeah. Envy suddenly, 2K gold. Let's see where he goes with this. Does have money for a Midas. Could be a... Would you go blink? Naked Blink Dagger? Is that a build?
If you spot the Brood, I think it's pretty good because Brood's a really tough hero to kill. I mean, if you know where he is and you jump on him and you do about 1,000 damage or so with Avalanche Toss, like, you can kill him.
It may just be the plan. He has the HP and mana sustain when the Wisp is with him, so...
Yeah. He's going to side chop.
Okay.
I think that, yeah, it's Blink.
Absolutely. Blink's back. I think trying to hide the fact he's maybe picked this one up. Yeah. He needs to wait for the Wisp to heal up and TP back in before he can rejuvenate his mana pool.
I don't think he got spotted, but he's very close to Ice right now.
Yeah.
Maybe going for bot rune, I guess. Or stacking or something. Yeah.
Okay, he'll blink down. Does get scattered out from the high ground by Fenrir and Witch Doctor. Fata now, with his haste and invis rune together, is on the hunt. Level 7 though, so hasn't got the highest damage upward. Just 3 points in the silence and 2 points in the orb. Something where Fata has struggled a little bit this game is getting that XP.
Yeah. He's going to finish off the Centaurs, skip on out.
Yeah.
They're going to spot him, but there's so many wards
do.
in the mid lane. Holy crap.
Yeah.
Get an Observer ward.
So Envy's Blink now known to Vici Gaming, but this makes it a lot more challenging to actually get XP out of this lane. Misery going to get a D ward off as well, so...
Wow.
Vici Gaming.
2 D wards here.
Misery may need a TP out. Let's see. Cast with the Witch Doctor Spiderlings. Now he can TP if he wants. You're going to turn Impale.
It's just farming.
Wisp relocate in. They've gone in for the kill. That will get the Witch Doctor. Doesn't look like the Brood will get caught out. Nice. He was baiting for the relocate there. That was a nice bit of play.
Ice
He will now
wants
TP
it. Nice throw.
No. I think the Wisp even giving him some bottle regen before going back towards the bottom lane.
I like that Ice is just translating into jungling. It's a lot safer to do. It doesn't give him as much experience, but you know, if he shows in lane versus the Tiny when he has a Blink Dagger and a Wisp in the area with the dust, like he doesn't have an escape option. You can't hide in the trees. It's not working.
Yeah.
Puck gets a soul kill on the mid lane on Magnus.
That was, I imagine, coming out of the invis room. He will get glimpsed back into a static storm, but Fata looking to find his way out. It's a TP in from Envy. He's gone in with an avalanche here. Fata needs to be careful as it looks like Cloud9 decided to back things off, not finding the damage they needed.
Ooh, good dodge.
Disruptor.
Ice tried to pick up a kill here. There it is.
He does everything they need, and Ice. He's in over his head.
What a tough game for him, man. 5 deaths now. Wisp being a part of 7 kills, 3 kills and 4 assists on No Tail. This guy is the Wisp master, seriously.
This is the hardest I've ever seen an Ice Brood get shut down. It is just brutal. And yeah, it's given Bone7 a really rough offlane, but he's managed just to sit around, leech XP with the supports leaving this lane. Yeah, he can't CS, but he's level 5.5. Bone7 can still offer some teamfight presence once he's needed around maybe the 15-minute stage of this game.
That will definitely be useful. Regen rune picked up by Magnus, very far away from a Blink Dagger. Wisp actually himself doesn't have a whole lot of mana chasing him. Man, this Wisp is so strong this game. Doesn't care, pushes everybody away.
Level 7 already with max spirits. That's some good damage output that the Wisp himself can do. He can even jungle using this. Yeah. He can contest the Brood's taking over the Radiant jungle, so if you want to go in with the spirits and take on these Spiderlings, it is a possibility.
Spiders are a lot of gold too, especially if you get the big ones. I'm sure E would love to jump on one of those clumps. Can get about 150 gold or so with a combo.
Oh, by the way, Fata completed Blink Dagger on Puck already.
So fast. TP away from the top lane. I guess they were expecting that kill.
Yep. I don't think they saw this smoke by any means, but I think realizing that there's a lot of heroes missing off the map, including the Puck, who's had a good amount of farm. Maybe Vici Gaming just clued into the fact that that gank was coming. Or they just wanted to do this. Farm up a big fat ancient stack.
Okay.
Only 1 point in power, and it looks like House is going to go range form. This is shared farm and XP going kind of all between 4 heroes here.
That's so many heroes in one place.
Yeah.
At the 11-minute mark. The Chinese teams are moving a lot more, at least all the top ones are in this tournament. They'll notice their objectives and they'll move to them at times where you may think it's inefficient, but not only is it may be inefficient, but it just completely protects you from a gank. Like if you're 4 together, you farming ancients in a slightly dangerous way, it just splits the experience. You'll do it efficiently, fairly efficiently, and they all get to pick up some levels and good farm. It's kind of interesting. It protects you while giving you farm.
Yeah, it makes a safe place on the map, because if you split up, leave the troll top, he's getting ganked there. You've got your Magnus mid, he's getting ganked at mid lane. You're against a Blink Tiny, against Relocate, against a Blink Puck as well. These 2 Blink initiators can get kills all over the map.
Wisp in trouble. He's got nobody even close, gets glimpsed back as well, and this may be the end of No Tail. First death for him, Troll gets the kill.
It's a streak ending as well, just a killing spree, but still something going the Vici Gaming way.
Yeah. They could team fight on the mid lane. Wisp is going to be up soon in 24 seconds, and Phoenix is ready to fight.
That's what Fata has in mind. He's got a double damage rune ready to go. Poised to strike.
Silence, orb, couple hits, doesn't even use the DD, doesn't even need it. What an easy kill there. And now a dive.
Be careful though. He's going to get pulled back in by the glimpse, and Fata now 2 RP. Envy blinked into it. Oh boy, disaster for Envy on the Tiny. He goes down with the Puck. The Supernova not going to salvage things here. As Phoenix needs to be careful, because that glimpse coming back up in a couple of seconds, and could be looking for some more, but it's going to be a TP in Ice. Oh boy, back to his feeding ways here in the mid lane.
Got a finger of death for a Lion. They could chase this. FY's getting kind of low. No Tail comes out. Spirits are hitting, doing damage, but now he's in trouble. Cask away, catching the creeps. Another bounce straight to him, and they are going to be able to pick up the No Tail kill again.
Suddenly things heating up a lot here in the mid game, and Vici Gaming at least trading somewhat more evenly. The last few minutes it was a 3-for-2 trade in Vici Gaming's favor. And some key kills at that, both Puck and Tiny dying.
Man, they're all about TPing mid and fighting. It just doesn't stop. 17 kills here. Super's pretty close to his blink. He's had a good couple minute or 2.
Just like to draw attention to this troll's net worth right now. He is about to reach 8,000 net worth. He just soloed Roshan. He got most of the ancient stack. He also ended the killing spree on Wisp, and as a result, he is so far ahead of everyone.
That's like a It's like a Naga Siren with Radiance percentage advantage that we're seeing here. Obviously, it won't be as severe as time goes on, but with the free Battle Fury that he's been provided and his extremely efficient farming items, this is like the best items for farming rapidly.
Yep.
Phase Boots, Yasha.
Tiny doesn't really keep up. He's got with this Blink build, this is not a good farming build.
Yeah.
You can hunt heroes with this, but it's not going to help you farm stacks or camps all that efficiently. At this point, Envy's thinking, I got to get back to my Ags as soon as possible.
It's a really interesting troll build, too. I think I saw him earlier. He was 2-2-4. It just helps you hit creeps, and that's it. You hit creeps really rapidly. Yeah. You don't do a whole lot else. He's only been in 2 kills so far. Misery spotting him out.
And he was essentially in an empty lane. You don't need the nuke when you're against no heroes in lane. If you're in a trial lane versus trial lane, I think you max the nuke. But if you're in a 3v1 lane, which was kind of 3v0 with the way Bone 7 was getting zoned out, you don't need it. But he's getting ganked top lane. He's got an Aegis here. They don't want to fully commit to this one. No mana for a Finger of Death as well, and it looks like the Blink Skewer will catch up. One, that's their puck. He's trying to haste his way out of there. The RP now comes into play. Super hits decently onto 2, but they haven't got the damage to follow this one up. Blimp back on Tiny. They lose Magnus now. Tiny hits the combo on Troll, and that's a double death on Troll. They take out the Aegis and kill him once more. Big kills going Cloud9's way.
Really good supernova there coming out of Bone 7. Caught a couple of heroes. Even with the RP down, it just forced the other heroes to have to retreat immediately afterwards.
Bone 7 was like 6 minutes in this game. Bone 7 was level 2. Suddenly he's level 9. Has a Midas coming out soon. Just needs the Gloves of Haste. And
good timing there.
This is
No-Tail getting dived by spiders. A little scary here. He'll be okay.
There's a Brood nearby coming in with a nuke.
Oh, bad. That was bad. Doesn't get the dust off either.
Yep. Looks like Ice should be able to escape back to safety. And he's just going to throw up a single spider lane.
He might die here. Ulti turns on, but he gets the Craigie proc. It's only level 1 Craigie. They spot him, though. Stun comes in. Death Ward. This could be his death. Yep, that's it for him. But a stun from Misery might be a turn kill. He's got no mana. Needs the Hex any moment. There's the Hex. Easy kill.
Again, it's No-Tail coming in. This, without the Wisp, that was not going to be a kill. He came in with the Spirits and the Dust. Got Glimpse back as well, which he probably doesn't mind too much. Nice plays coming in from Wisp.
It's 14-8 now. Troll still has a huge advantage over his opponents. He's going to be finishing a BKB very soon. Only missing 900 gold. Fada looking around for kills. Gets spotted by the Troll as well, so not going to see any supports get picked off for free in the mid lane. And Fada's going to have to go back to farming.
Oh, Bone 7, that TP may not work. Ooh, barely. Really let that one get a bit too close for comfort.
Just got his Midas here. Should give him a fast level 11. It's a bad Phoenix game, though. I mean, they have so much attack speed already. But on the bright side, that's mostly melee cores, so they're not going to skill as good with the attack speed. It's basically gank top on how.
That's with the relocate. They don't have Finger, and ambitious, to say the least.
It's still kind of helpful. Actually, they have Fada coming in. If they can catch How here, it's definitely a dead disruptor.
Can Fata keep up?
Oh, he gets ulti.
Oh, dodges the orb, though. This makes life a lot harder, and Fata going to decide to back out of there. Pops a regen room, misses the silence as well, and Fata may be going down here. He can't even bottle back up, and uncharacteristic mistake from Fata, who's known for his puck play.
I felt like that was a good kill to go for, but you know, How saw the orb coming, dodged the orb, and at that point the damage that was it. He needed both nukes to grab the kill, and his team did not follow him because it was a little aggressive, but that would have been really big if he got that kill, but was not able to secure it.
Maybe thinking Envy would just ignore the Disruptor, run past and save his combo for the Troll or something there, but they went for the Disruptor, brought him down. Ultimately was not a good engagement. Oh, Phoenix, he just dived into the Brood here, but with Fire Spirits. Should be A-okay.
It was like Midasing twice just now on those spiders.
Midas plus just cleared out a big, nice little spider wave. So Phoenix, you mentioned getting level 11 fast. He's got it.
Yeah. I bet spiders sound really cool when they explode due to fire. I don't know about you, but I have a feeling it's like satisfying for 2 reasons.
Howard mid lane, gonna get hit by the Tiny Avalanche. Has a BKB. Can he turn and fight this one? The physical damage may be there. RP just catches up one, and the Death Ward from Witch Doctor comes a bit too late to save the Troll. The Static Storm now on Envy. He can't be kept alive. Wisp can only do so much. Phoenix now goes diving forward, has a level 2 Supernova, which he may just look to pop. They've killed off 3. It's about to be 4 with FY going down. Cloud9 strike once more, and Bone 7 going to Supernova for good measure. Seeing the Brood Spiderlings come in, and easy money.
Man, the support duo of C9 is playing so well this game. They're just moving everywhere. They're making kills happen. Bottom, mid, top. They're not even abusing relocate as much as they need to, or they don't need to abuse it. They can just run in. All the movement speed advantage that Misery's getting is honestly turning him into a mid core, and that's when this guy gets really scary. He's 5-1 and 10 online. Like, Holy crap.
Wisp 6-3 and 7. This has not been Fata's best game on puck. He made a few mistakes. Top lane we saw, he's been kind of caught out a few times. I mean, it's hard. You're against a Disruptor who's one of the better heroes at countering a puck, but the supports on Cloud9 are just lifting weight right now. And
What do you get this game? The other times that I've seen Lion played by Misery and he's done well, he went Blink into Yules and he got a Shadow Blade. Do you think we'll see something similar, or is Yules the right item? It's pretty good because you can stop Magnus after he RPs.
Or even if you're fast before he RPs. But if you get the fast Yules when he blinks in, it's amazing. But he picks up a staff, so it's either a full staff or a Yules at this point.
Okay. I feel like 4 staff's pretty good here, but maybe it'll keep him survivable against the Brood. If the Brood goes on him and he silences him, he's dead. If he doesn't have a Yules or a Force.
It's a good setup for Impale too. Like if you ever get a Yules on a Brood, it guarantees you can set up the Impale and give time for your teammates to arrive with like a relocate in. So,
well, Brood does have his Orchid finished. It's pretty good recovery considering his start, 3, 7, and 4.
One thing with Ice, as much as he's been dying a lot in this off lane, he's always been keeping up with
Tiny doing in the mid?
That was an aggressive blink in, and Vici Gaming were ready for him. Another BKB used from House Troll, though, so this is getting lower and lower on its duration.
Bone7 steals the bounty rune and off to the top lane.
Stealing a stack now.
It's
a triple stack?
3 stack?
Even a full stack, I want to say.
Yeah.
At least 3.
Kills are pretty fast. Empower is now maxed out. Troll's one of the scariest heroes to combo with Empower. He has so much natural attack speed, so the plus damage synergizes well for very high DPS. And he still hasn't, he does have his BKB. I was like, is he still building BKB? It's actually a Sanj, so S and Y will be finished soon. His net worth is actually twice as high as the next closest Radiant hero right now, which is insane.
Yeah, and that's where it's only a 3,000 net worth lead for Vici Gaming. Really shows exactly what to say this game is. Troll is farming like a madman, while Cloud9 are winning most of the fights and engagements thanks to their 2 supports, but the farm isn't there yet for Envy. He's been getting pressured too much, and this is the power of the Brood. It really puts a lot of pressure on your opposing team's carries and creates this inability for them to get good farm.
Oh, RP catches 2. No talent trouble, looking for the skewer a little bit late, but he gets pushed back into the Static Storm. This is terrible for Cloud9. Tiny's going to die again here. Fata as well, caught by the silence, and a huge team buy from Vici Gaming. Supernova picks off 2 heroes. There's the big stun, though. FY's low, and a great Dream Coil as well. Catches Witch Dark. Now it's just how. Will he die? Oh, he could have hexed. Didn't get it off.
Didn't get it off. He had Finger as well. Now it's going to be a 1v1. It's Phoenix versus Troll. Who's coming out on top? And it's Hal. 5 for 4 trade. Triple kill for Troll Warlord. Oh, it looked like Lion could have almost done it there. So close to getting the Hex after the BKB wore off. If he just stayed alive a little longer.
It's hard to notice those opportunities sometimes. You get gone on as a support and you're like, I'm dead. He's got a BKB. I can't stop this. But he could have gotten the Hex off, and that would have allowed Bone7 to do full damage output, and that would have been a dead Troll and completely changed the scope of that team fight, and especially the next 5-10 minutes. Because now Hao is farming the entire time that C9 is dead. He's getting more and more ahead of Eternal Envy. It was less net worth than a puck. And it's not looking good for C9 in the long run because of this.
Yeah, you look at the last couple of fights where it's like, okay, C9 5 for 4, that one was maybe not the best fight. But before that, they had 2 or 3 really good team fights, but Envy dying in most of the fights. Fast a similar story. And yeah, the supports are getting all kinds of kills and action happening, but you need Envy up there, like 10k net worth at least right now. Troll's about to hit 16k, while Envy's still not even at 7,000.
In their defense, though, I mean, the rest of their heroes are pretty high up there. The Phoenix as well as the Tiny are far above the Magnus. So it's basically just a scary Brood who isn't the best scaling hero, and the Troll, who scales really well but can be beaten with a couple items. They can kite him, they can run away. They just have to stop the disables from Vici Gaming. In fact, Vici Gaming's disables are pretty weak. You've got Bash, RP, and Cask really. And then obviously Static Storm is great to use in combo with the RP, but if you can stay away from Cask and you can kite the Troll, I think it's a carry that I'm okay with them having very farmed. If it was like a Jug or something, he's just going to Omni Slash my whole team, I would be pretty scared.
Well, how going to get himself some more money, gets an Aegis here, another, I think a solo Roshan more or less, and that's suddenly a level 19 Troll, about to pick up a Skadi. He is well on top of absolutely everything. He's level 19 at 23 minutes in. The next highest level hero is level 14 right now.
It's a pretty good advantage. He's doing all right. Scotty's almost finished. He'll be able to make sure that people aren't moving very fast. But C9 has a pretty good mobility lineup. Maybe Tiny's going to have issues if he gets a BKB. He's not going to be able to move very fast, but he's got the tether bonus, so in a lot of ways that advantage that a troll would have normally had isn't going to be there.
Yeah. The other saving grace is the BKB has been used a few times already. It's down to 7 seconds on Troll Warlord, so you survive or at least have a couple good team fights where you trade 50-50 even, and suddenly it's a 5-second BKB. Went for a glimpse back here, and Lion caught out and in all sorts of trouble here in the mid lane. Doesn't look like any backups on way as Misery going to be just sacrificed for the greater good.
No point to use Finger of Death there. Wasn't going to get a kill, so better to save it. Hasn't been able to progress past the staff. We see a Orchid somewhere. It's on Puck. Just a couple spiders. And Eternal Envy farming on the bot lane, trying to finish his Ags desperately.
Yeah, looks like he has got it now. Picks up the last component and will fly it on out.
It's not the worst timing. I think it's pretty bad for a carry, I guess, but it's been a tough game. The Blink is honestly just teleported him into danger more often than not. He jumps into Static Storms at the same time looking for opportunities that are a bit too late and losing a kill mid here. I just feel like the Blink hasn't been working. I don't know if it's just stipulations of the item build on the hero is just not good or just bad timing or what, but I haven't seen it work very well yet at this tournament.
Yeah, throughout this, in the past it's worked out ridiculously well, but this game and in this, the few times we've seen this tournament has not been all that impressive. Vici Gaming now wanting to strike while the iron's hot. How at 18,000 net worth is just an absolute beast on the front line. Skadi, SMY, BKB, 2.7k HP, 2 lives with the Aegis of the Immortal. And Vici Gaming when it clinks that 2-0 victory now.
They might be able to commit to this. Tower hit, there's the Hex.
Well,
no,
you don't really want to fall. You're trying to bait Vici Gaming in, because realistically I don't think you want to focus on how. You want to try to get the Magnus in and have a Hex waiting for him as he blinks onto you.
There's a toss back, good initiation, no Hex though. Misery was not expecting that one. He actually thought he was dying. Tower
His
may
Hex
go
was
down.
on cooldown, but could have gone for the Impale.
Stun's going to hit. House pretty low. Fada goes in. Just silence back. Finger of Death as well, and that's Aegis. Supernova as well. Will the Supernova go down? That's super big. They've got to protect it. It's getting low. It's going to blow.
Perfect
Catches
Supernova
everybody.
on everything. With the Troll dead, they couldn't kill it off. Bone 7 now silence up. Will BKB out. Doesn't have another dive, but they've already killed off both Vici supports. Bone 7 finally goes down. The Impale on Ice locks him in place, and now they can focus their efforts elsewhere. Coil on 2. They can't leave this one. RP catches Envy, but he's been kept alive. The Yule Scepter doing some serious work here, and this is a 4v1. House surrounded. Cloud9 overcome the Aegis push. What a play. Bone 7. That Supernova was just insane.
That positioning was great too. It wasn't in the middle of them. It still caught everybody, made them want to focus, and
they thought they had it. There was no battle trance because Troll was dead.
Yeah, and he landed the Fire Spirits, the important part. All those supports are like, all right, I'm going to attack this. It's going to die. We've got 3 heroes hitting it, but they were all slowed. They couldn't get it, and bam, it blows off.
Just watching like 3 heroes in slow motion as they tried to like raise their wands and attack was just comical at that point. And
that was really well done there. That stun completely saved the fight. That could have been a Rax loss there for Cloud9, but it didn't end up like that.
I thought that was just going to be Rax loss and possibly game over, but
me too.
That was the perfect, like just thinking to use the Supernova during that like 4-second window while Troll's respawning from Aegis.
That's a really good point.
That was, if you'd done that 2 seconds later, it wouldn't have worked.
Yeah.
It wasn't that Troll wasn't attacking the egg, it was that Troll was dead and couldn't even battle trance.
Yeah. So great identify by Bone 7 there. And an awesome team fight. And that's, look at the net worth now. It's not like the double advantage that he had before. Now Tiny's at 10k, Puck is at 10k as well. He's got a Yules, they've got all these silence counters as well. I mean, Bone 7 even had a BKB there. He was able to stretch out his life for an extra 5 or 10 seconds, which got more Fire Spirits off.
Next fight, it's level 3 Supernova too.
Good luck on that one. 11 hits to destroy that. If they don't have Battle Trance, it's not going to happen. Or Troll hitting it. It's got to be one or the other.
Yeah. I mean, I don't even think Vici Gaming executed that high ground push that poorly. Hal did what he's supposed to do, which is just soak up spells in the front lines with an Aegis. But
yeah. And he did. He even had a Finger of Death, and they still won the rest of the fight.
Yeah. Cloud9 just came up with a moment of magic there, as Vici Gaming now find themselves in a much more dangerous position as far as this game's concerned. The Wisp Tiny is starting to come online as Tiny up to 3,000 gold now. Will get Blink BKB'd upon, and Tiny, is there going to be an escape?
Wow.
Wisp is a half a second too late. The attack animation seemed to follow him there. Bottom lane, meanwhile, fight breaking out. It's going to be a Finger of Death. FY going to die to the Sunray. Phoenix gets 1 kill. Fata wants a second on Fenrir. His spell's on cooldown. He's dodging the Death Ward for now. Doesn't want to take too much damage from the Maledict. He gets RP'd now. 1 Shockwave into Skewer. It looks like a dead Puck. as the two teams trade 3 for 2, and now top lane. Uh-oh, Rack's exposed.
Stun on how those Supernova as well. It's just Ice. He's not going to be able to kill. This is level 3, and now he realizes he's getting out. Can he TP in time? He doesn't. He's caught. Even How's going to go down most likely, and Ice wants the kill to go with him, but the Yule's in the air, and that's it for him. They defend.
Bone7 just playing out of his mind. It was meant. I think it was Cinder's like, I think it's his Phoenix that's been more impressive than even some of his other heroes, like the Batrider. And his Phoenix play has been just out of this world right now. He is just keeping Cloud9 in this game. Not to take anything away, the supports as well, Wisp as well as Lion have made some big plays happen throughout this game as well.
Now, they did defend that, but that was a lot of buybacks for them. Tiny was still dead. He bought back, as did Puck and Wisp. So it looks like, oh, 5v4. In reality, they were just cleaning up for the kills that Vici Gaming had gotten previously. But because they did get those kills, they got a big gold swing. They have the gold disadvantage. That means they got a big gold advantage from that. If we look at the spread here, we're looking at like it's like a 15 to 20% advantage. I would guess that they definitely got their value back out of those buybacks due to all the kills being there. So that was worth it. Completely worth it.
It feels so much of this is Cloud9 trying to buy time. They're going to initiate in mid lane. The Blitzker is there. There's no RP. The cask on top of that trying a lot of chain stun. But here comes Tiny blinking in, brings down one. Looking for some more, but stuck in the Static Storm, getting healed up a bit by the Sunray, and Cloud9 making full use of the Wisp and Phoenix to keep their team sustained.
That was a huge dream coil. Did you see that? If it wasn't for that, the Magnus would have casted more spells, skewered himself out, and broke it. A little bit of a D ward. That's pretty big for this tower push in the future, but I mean, C9 still has good hold of this game.
It seems like they need to keep on buying more and more time. Troll is, I would more or less maxed out. He only gets so much stronger. He's going to complete a Satanic, and that's about it. But from where he is now to where he is with the Satanic, it's a very minor upgrade for him. But for someone like a Tiny getting another item or two, it changes a lot for Cloud9. They're benefiting a lot more from each subsequent item they get. The Puck Hex is coming, the Troll, the Tiny AC, as well as whatever else he wants to get on top of that. Phoenix is going to have a Shiver's Guard soon, I imagine. On the Vici side, it doesn't feel like the item progression is going to go much further beyond what they've got now.
Yeah, it's just the one core lineup, you know. Puck can always transition into more disables. He can maybe even grab a damage item in the late game, but more importantly, just kiting the Troll is what's most important. If they don't get a huge RP off into a Cask Static Storm, Vici Gaming is not going to win the fights as they go late and late. Unless we see Troll grab something like Daedalus, or maybe pick up a Rapier in an extreme case. RP in the mid lane, though. Yeah, they're going to
look to skewer him back, but it looks like Envy going to be kept alive. He gets relocated out, in fact, and Bone7 was there looking to provide assist, and he relocated in bottom lane, looking to fight Ice.
Can he get this kill?
Ice looking to turn around with an Orchid here. He really wants his kill on Puck, but Puck bottling up, gets the phase shift as well. Oh, Puck turns it around. Brings down Brood. Wisp did die mid lane after he relocated back there, but that's a decent exchange for Cloud9.
Now Cloud9 is tunneling into the trees in the bottom right.
They're going to hide. Where are the TPs at? I've seen this one before. Where's your TPs, Cloud9?
Oh, they found how. Hex initiate, stun as well. Finger of Death puts him about half HP, toss in the air. Supernova as well. How's really low. He wants to kill Misery so bad, and he will be able to grab him.
Supernova stun doesn't actually hit him. If that didn't hit him, he would be in trouble. But the Phoenix dies after with a Sunray. How looking to come out on top? He doesn't do so. Phoenix still alive for now. Bone7 going to turn through one last Fire Spirit, but Cloud9 have lost this fight, though.
That was good for Vici Gaming. They grabbed 4 kills here, in addition to the Phoenix or the Wisp here.
If that Supernova stun hit Troll, that would have been
that would have been his death.
Worse.
So maybe slightly misplaced there. Could have been closer, but maybe weren't expecting.
At the same time, Troll also didn't run away from the Supernova. He tried to fight underneath it, and then only at the last minute after he got a kill did he run away from it. So
that was well done by him, but they just got cleaned up too hard there. Tiny is pretty easy when you have a Death Ward down. He's now finishing his AC, so he's going to have much more survivability than he had before, but he really needed that in the last couple of fights. So Death Ward does way too much with the Maledict.
We'll see where Vici Gaming look to go from here. But maybe considering the next Roshan now, they've taken 2 uncontested. Third one, you imagine will be the same, but to see if that's exactly going to be the case, or if Cloud9 look to contest their first Rosh of the game.
Ice with Empower. Could kill. He's got BKB.
It is still, even with an Empower on your side, I still feel like Brute is a hero that we're already seeing fall off quite a lot.
He'd BKB anyways, they need to remove it, but...
you don't lose it with BKB anymore.
Oh, they fixed, or they changed it.
They buffed it.
They buffed it. It used to be like that. It was too strong, and then Lifestealer stopped getting played, and they were like, all right, let's buff Magnus. Poor little spiderlings. 11 more gold goes to Misery. AC is finished here. So his survivability is much higher. What do you think you get next? Is this a Daedalus game, or you know what? Maybe he needs to get an MKB or a BKB.
Does
it's got to be one.
I feel like he needs a BKB.
Has to be one or the other, basically, because he needs to be able to fight against the troll blind. The miss chance is too big. So a lot of his damage is right click.
And cast, Static Storm, I feel like. Yeah. Well, I guess Disruptor has an Ag Scepter, but as much as it's nice against BKBs, if you're getting Glimpse back, you can BKB dodge the Glimpse, and I don't feel like the Ag's Disruptor is like a heavy counter to BKBs by any means. Generally speaking, heroes will get the BKBs off before the Static Storm comes out on top of them.
That's actually a really fast Ags on Disruptor, though. Usually we see it much later, but his KDA has been great this game. 4, 5, and 12. Roche is fallen, 3,000 HP, and nobody even close. Another Roshan goes down to Vici Gaming.
And give it to the Troll, who's going to leave his Helm of the Dominator on the ground, back in the Courier. Cloud9 at this point are going to look to avoid fights, I imagine, and look to split push around the Wisp Tiny. Take fights back inside their own base.
They don't want to split.
Good old high ground defense. For Vici Gaming, I imagine Vici Gaming want to stick together.
A couple different drawings on the map. They're not really sure what's going on. Or it looks like. I see the yellow line. They know what they're predicting.
Bone7 in a decent position to scout out some aggression. He will run into FY here.
BKB? Oh, he's not able to do it because
there's the Ag Scepter.
It actually did work there.
As I was saying that, the Caster's Curse strikes. Gets off the insta-silence and could not BKB out. There's some decent damage on the Tier 3 top tower here. As No-Tail will have a relocate out. Not sure where that relocate is going back to.
I think they went to the top lane because they saw all the heroes very close to their base. They said, let's try to backdoor, see if we can take a tower.
He did some good damage. You forced rotations more than anything.
In trouble. This is pretty scary. He's got a phase immediately, and then he's got the blink. He should be okay.
Anything to scout this one out.
Oh, Skewer! Oh, so close!
He got the glimpse!
He got him. He's there. He's hiding. He's scared, and he's dead.
Just the vision was all that was needed. FY with the fast fingers.
What a good pickup. That was a big kill. He almost made it. So close.
It's a 90-second respawn. I think the added respawn time still from his previous buyback.
Yeah, most likely, because he's not 25 yet. He's only 20. So Tiny up to 2,500 gold, a bit far away from his BKB. Even an Ags on Witch Doctor is going to be completed, so it's going to be a lot of physical damage flying out in the next fight. And there are some decent armor items. We have a Vlad's on Wisp, and we have an AC on Tiny, but Lion and Phoenix are still pretty low armor heroes. With that said, Phoenix has a plate mail, so he's ready to take the hits.
Cloud9 going to split push the bottom lane, although top lane it's Hal blinking into the high ground, forces out a Glyph. All Envy's doing is split pushing the bottom lane. Still no puck for 45 seconds without a buyback available. This is looking like at least one lane of racks and possibly a second if Cloud9 don't get back to defend. Brew goes down. That was in the mid lane, and a bit of a freebie going Cloud9's way, and they're actually just looking to avoid this fight altogether and split push the bottom lane.
Rax is down. Bone7 in trouble, though. Can't really chase. No dive for 15.
Someone's going to defend. That's a Tier 3 tower now, and Cloud9 looking to commit this one. They've got the relocate out, and it looks like No-Tail not going to go for it right away. The glimpse back, and No-Tail seemed ready for it, but Tiny now on the front lines getting hit by the Death Ward.
Oh, it's not enough.
He's going to turn and fight. He's going to look to bring him down, but the Maledict is going to be too much for him.
These two supports just killed the core. Like, they just completely outplayed him. Dive on the mid lane as well.
And this is your Troll Warlord. Aegis in hand. Double buyback comes out from Cloud9, and that'll be enough to deter the Troll from further chases, but Misery's caught one. It's Super on the Magnus. He's got BKB and Cheese. Can they get the chain stun off? Doesn't look like it. Hex goes out on Hal. As Super going to BKB up. In goes Envy. RP catches just one. Nice face shift from Fata. Pulls back Tiny with the skewer. The Supernova's there, and I don't think Vici Gaming want to fight near it. They back off for now. Hal gets hit by the Dream Coil stun. Super, no cheese for you.
How can Blicky goes back in? He's like, oh, I'll fight all 5 of you. I don't care. Almost killing Fata. He's going to phase shift through Sunray. A little bit of mana drain as well. Still has Aegis going on. No-Tail. No-Tail needs to tether away. He does get away. How is so low?
I just can't bring him down. He's got the Aegis in hand anyway, so they don't want to overcommit, that's for sure.
He just jumped right in. I was like, all right, he can blink. He's safe, guys. Just, no, I'm going to fight you.
He kills a Magnus, though, so he puts him on the sidelines for a minute. We'll give time for Cloud9 to reset. Just the one lane lost for them as Puck already starts split pushing the top lane.
Goal advantage is still pretty severe, 12K in Vici Gaming's favor. That's like it's a pretty good advantage. It should make for decent comeback mechanics if they do get kills. For Vici Gaming, it's not going to pay off nearly as hard, but it's still going to be moderate. It's like a 70% versus 100% difference.
Yep. The big thing I heard there was like Tiny having to buy back, so whatever item he's going for, whether it's a BKB or something else, gets slowed down quite a bit off of that.
Yeah, they've been buying back a lot, actually.
Yep.
But he needs to get the BKB, because things like Static Storm, even Maledict really hurts. If you're just eating Death Ward, it's not that big of a deal. But
and if you got the Maledict off of that bottom tier 3 tower fight, I think he comes out on top. It was the Maledict, which, after the Static Storm ended, the Maledict, which really did that extra bit of damage. It did like 600 or 700 damage, that one big Maledict proc.
Yeah, it's a great skill. Ice, Ice, Ice sitting by the wave here.
Okay. So
they could predict he's there if they check the creeps. He's got a Vlad's aura. But instead, he's just going to eat spiders.
They haven't got detection, I don't believe. I don't see, no gem sentries on anyone right now on the Cloud9 side. There's a gem on FY. I wonder if that's a stolen gem. Doesn't look like it.
Bone 7 is so farm this game.
Oh, wow.
Ghost Scepter and a Shiva's Guard. Tons of armor. Reduced attack speed. Troll doesn't care about that, but the rest of his team is definitely going to care.
Yeah. Phoenix, as a hero, though, does generally fall off. It's not really someone you want to see this much net worth on. You'd rather see more of this allocated towards the puck or the tiny, I feel, to some extent.
You would, but I mean, I'm not complaining if I was Bone 7.
Yeah.
You got the...
Bone 7's happy.
He gets the... I mean, it was a pretty late Midas, 15 minutes. Not too unexpected for a Phoenix, but you get it relatively late, and then you just get a lot of team fights. You can farm pretty rapidly with Dive and Fire Spirits, and grabbing all these utility items is great. I mean, if you can get like a Sheep Stick afterwards, or even like a... Maybe even an E-Blade wouldn't be terrible, because once the BKB runs out on Troll Warlord, you just prevent him from attacking, and you're going to have a nice time. He's got a 5-second BKB, but Halberds, E-Blades, things like that, that's most of their net worth. If you can stop him from attacking, you're going to have a good advantage.
Looks like Vici Gaming want to go for this push. Satanic on Hal gets him up to 3.6k HP. On top of that, he does have buyback available. Blink Hex is trying to force out a Vici Gaming engagement here.
Watch for Glimpse, here comes.
Oh, he's being caught. That's pulling the line back in. They're going to blink in with Hal's Troll Warlord. That's a BKB, but...
Gem on the ground, too.
Doesn't look like they want to commit to that one. Envy could pick it up. Instead, he's going to blink in, toss back, and Supernova's waiting for Hal. Hal's got no BKB. They can't kill the Supernova as well. Hal in a lot of trouble here. The Supernova egg going to stun him as well as the rest of Vici Gaming. Dive through with Fire Spirits. Good force up. We'll keep Hal safe. Another toss back. This one on your Ice 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 Broodmother, but again, he gets back to safety. The Dream Call will catch up for, but it's just keeping him in place. It's not going to actually lead to any follow-up from Cloud9.
Really nice tossbacks there, but the Troll just has so much survivability. And Indo Jungle Camp, Satanic, full HP. Everything they just accomplished is gone. That was a Supernova, that was a Dream Coil, and this gives Vici Gaming another big attempt at taking a Rex.
Yeah, they've got this window where big ultis are on cooldown for Cloud9. Lion is still dead for 35 seconds. Cloud9 may struggle to defend this one.
They can kill the creeps pretty easily using Dive Shivas or something like that, but they gotta maybe save those cooldowns.
Yeah, that's the worry. Well, looks to go on an Envy here. He's going to change targets to No-Tail on the Wisp, relocate backwards. Didn't find any bashes, and instead they're going to now focus the tier 3 tower. Farta's going to be careful. He's getting maledicted up. Can't really blink out too easily as Envy goes in. 2-hero Avalanche. They want the Magnus. He gets the cheese off. RP only catches Tiny, but that's probably the only one you need to catch, especially with the Witch Doctor Deathward bouncing around. And Envy, he's looking like he's done for. Skewer forward from Super. Down goes Tiny. Dead for 100 seconds, as is your Wisp. And How on the front lines is just beasting through the Cloud9 defense.
How's HP is almost gone, but he's got Satanic in 17.
Okay.
At this point, he's just going to hit melee barracks, and they can. Looks like Magnus does finally get picked off here. Fada going for the kill. Blinks to the right. He's almost dead. Earn, glimpse back, tries the phase shift. And that should be it, I think. Fada goes down, and that is 3 dead heroes on C9. Bottom Rax is going to fall, and this will spell doom. Good game is called. C9 goes down to the lower bracket. Well-fought games, but Vici Gaming proving a little too much. They had huge advantage versus Ice 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 in the early game, but that Troll's net worth was so high.
That's one of those games where you look at it like, yes, Ice 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 went death after death in the bottom lane, but how much did it really hurt Vici Gaming as far as the big picture? Because that Tiny got very little misery, taking the tower still. This TP in looks like the death of the line. He doesn't even hit the Impale. Easiest kill of Ice Ice Ice's life, and FY dealing some okay damage here coming out from the Thunderstrike, and very aggressive play. He had one idea in his mind, and his two teammates in the lane had a completely different idea there.
How's the mid lane going? Puck's got 25 and 7 versus the 16-1 Magnus, but the stun comes in. Skewer as well. Almost a nuke, but he silences. He's going to have to orb. Doesn't orb in time, and he ends up getting picked off. DD on Witch Doctor there, and a great gank. They're going back in, though.
That's one thing to do when you just give up an easy kill in bottom lane. You TP back in, find a kill on the mid Magnus, and suddenly Misery's actually level 4.5. So bit of a misplay bottom lane, but he makes up for it mid.
So too bad that Puck died, especially because he was winning the lane. But like you said, getting a kill is still going to help. Now Brood's going to be a little scary. He's level 5. Man, just a moment ago he was level 3. Now he's already level 5. And he's got 3 points in net. We're going to have nets all over the place. He's got a Soul Ring up. We will see a lot of spam harass for nukes on top of the Tiny. And Tiny's only 4 here, so this is definitely an advantage Ice can get. Unless he gets tossed into the air, Spirits come through, and that's it.
Big Daddy No-Tail getting another kill to his name.
Did they even have detection there? I don't think they did.
They had a dust, yeah.
Okay.
They dusted him up. No-Tail's second dust. And that will be his last for now. Has more sentries that have come out, but is out of mana, out of abilities to kind of sustain himself as well as, I guess, Tiny's still full mana after the bottle regen, so we'll be looking for that 6-minute rune, I imagine.
Gank coming in mid, Misery. Here comes the Hex. Perfect timing just when the RP comes out. This is not spot him grabbing the rune, so there's a chance that this won't be a problem. It's going to just spot out the neutrals, sapping half of these. So FY will level a bit slower, he will level a bit faster, and most importantly,
he'll do the math and realize, something's fishy going on. I'm not getting the XP I should be getting here. It's being split 3 ways instead of 2.
That would actually be pretty next level to track all that. Oh, he puts the sentry down.
Okay.
He's checking for a ward though, almost surely.
Yeah.
It's very common to have a lane ward here. This is one of the most common D ward spots, and both sentries are going to miss it actually.
He went. That second sentry was looking for the kill, I believe.
You think so?
The first one spotted, I think the first sentry caught a glimpse of Phoenix Invis as he walked out of range.
Yeah, it did look like that.
So I think he went for the killing blow.
Oh, he tries to block the side camp with his dive. It did not work. So that's a little unfortunate there. If he would have blocked the camp, then Vici Gaming wouldn't have been able to do anything with this, and this lane's getting out of control. But now FY is going to pull the wave to the side, and that's going to mean even less creeps and experience for Bone 7. So they're doing a really good job controlling the lane. Good attempt by him, but slightly mistimed.
Trying to hunt Ice at bottom lane, but so far unsuccessful. He is a bit trapped here if they want to try and guess where he is with a sentry ward, but right now they're just chopping down trees with the tether. I like this play and decision. Gives Ice fewer and fewer options as far as hiding places go. And
that was a lot of dead trees, man.
Yeah.
For 40 mana.
They've cleared out a lot of this, and I think they're going to keep on going. Now they drop the sentry. Ice. Very close. I don't know if they spotted him there, but he did walk in range.
It was close.
He's going to TP out.
Yeah, he was done playing around like that. He's like, I've died twice. Maybe I should play this a little safe. So the lane is almost pushed up here for Phoenix, but he's completely out of HP now.
Misery! Okay, they go and hit the Avalanche 7 with First Blood. Fata are going to have control over this mid lane with the bottle for Super being slowed down. When you're in a 1v1 against a range through like a nuking Harassy or like a Puck with a Null Talisman, you really want to have that fast bottle.
Ooh, they're chasing Ice.
Oh, get him with the dust. Avalanche hits and
stun stack though. And they're going to hit him. Is he trapped? He's pretty trapped. He's going to die a second time. Ice goes down.
Feed him up. Good. Ice. 0-2 to start things off here.
The lane that has very little AoE is super paying off. Tiny is completely out of mana here, so that's maybe the last time they're going to be able to kill him until we get the Wisp bottle, which very shortly it will be flying out. Unfortunately, it's still walking curve. They actually got this bottle too fast.
Has he got it back at base?
He just spent 600 gold, or something around there.
So. Coming out with more sentries, more detection. Let's deal with this Brood. Let's shut him down.
That's really important if they do. If they get multiple kills, and they're already at 2, then they can delay his advantage, which means that the supports can be more independent, can get more levels. They don't have to babysit the Tiny as much. It's shaping up to be a very good versus Brood game.
Yeah. Now, something Syndrome did mention is that Phoenix will struggle as a result of this, and Bone 7 is currently getting zilch out of the off lane.
Yeah.
So that's where you can look at this 0-2 Broodmother, but Ice still approaching level 3 while Phoenix gets no XP whatsoever.
Yeah, a little surprising too because he got the first blood, but that's the only number on his board right now. Hasn't really gotten a whole lot, and even dive at level 1 isn't a very good nuke. It only does 10 damage per second for 4 seconds. It's a terrible nuke, but it's mostly about escaping.
Yeah, he has picked up a room which will actually help him get some XP. He can make his way back top lane and look
they have sentries?
Yeah, they do.
And they didn't. Perfect for him. Hex and Earth Spike, and now a nuke, and what an easy pickoff.
Yep.
They grab a kill, and they cancel the RP.
I think he was expecting to be able to bottle up during the RP and then get a skewer, at least a skewer off, maybe even a shockwave to kill off the Puck. But as you said, Misery, perfect timing with that rotation in. And that's RP on cooldown.
So he's halfway to 6 again. Man, this guy gets level 6 so fast every game. Makes a really big difference because the cooldown is so big on that Finger of Death. Every time you use it, you should be able to get a kill. So this extra experience that he's dealing with is just making a big deal. Even Fada, letting him steal in a CS, he's going to fly out another Dust, maybe rotate to the bot lane, gank the Brood again. He's really making a high impact here.
Yeah, and this Brute is starting to take over large spaces, area of this bottom lane with the added points of weapon.
Chase in. Oh, they spot a lot of other heroes.
Haven't got a Dream Call here. They'll have to be careful. Fata's already used the phase shift. Won't be able to get away from the cast, but nothing for it to bounce to.
It's a really interesting ganking method. It's the run straight at him. Glimpse back though, no tail in trouble, but he's going to tether away. Easily gets out. Ooh. Stun's going to miss as well, and an orb. What is this, a 4K pub game right here in the mid lane? A lot of things miss in the last 30 seconds.
Well, see Fata's Dream Call come back online fairly soon here. Ice in the jungle, but he's got a big Spiderling. I mean, that's something No-Tail Misery kind of need to be careful if they catch Ice again. The dust is there, and this is a dead Brood Mama. 4 deaths now.
Man.
On Brood.
Is Wisp the Brood counter? He just makes you so fast. You chase him down, you use the dust, which slows them farther.
Chopping trees.
The line, in addition to that, are just making a huge difference here. They just chase him down. They get that early advantage. You can tell these guys have played against a lot of Brood Mothers.
Yeah. Let's see what they have in store. Whether or not they can deal with this surprise last pick Brood Mother.
It looks really scary.
Yeah.
Like, they don't have very good AoE to deal with it. He's already going to poke around, put the sentry down. They're anticipating this. They might be able to zone him out. Can they catch him? Actually, he's getting slowed. Here comes the avalanche. If they can get maybe the tether, that's it.
He's done. Dead. 7 gets first blood, and
what? Like
maybe Syndra had it backwards. They're gonna F up the Brood. That's what's happening. Yeah. Wrong F word. Brood Mother is gonna feed him up. That's what he meant to say. Pardon his Danish.
Man, I can't believe they got that kill. They predicted it. They saw the net go down. They're like, sentry, and then they chased. Yep. Bam, they caught him. The dive barely getting in with Bone 7, and that's going to be a fast boots for him. So good early advantage there. That's going to guarantee them the bot bounty rune. They might be able to contest top bounty rune as well. We will see a stun. They have to be a little bit careful about Skewer, and there's 3 heroes here. Here comes the stun. Can they get this?
Even if they get the bounty rune, they may pay heavily for the dive.
Great dive.
One right click.
He's so low, he might die. No, Tango's enough. Couple chase on FY. FY is really low now. 140, nope, misses.
I think Phoenix could have got another auto attack off there on Super as well. He didn't actually attack, but it's very close.
It's almost more painful that he didn't kill him, because if he would have killed him, he would have TP'd back. Now he's sitting at 70 HP with pooled Tangos. He's flying them out, or slowly walking a salve out. Yeah. That's going to delay his bottle. That's going to give Fado a big advantage in the mid lane here.
They ping him out. This is almost where you go for like the career sniper or something, but looks like he will get himself safely. That slows down his bottle rush. This is a great start for Cloud9.